If you've never seen a Cirque Dreams show, try to envision the color, the imagination, and the journey that you will take. Now multiply that.
You come with an expectation that you're going to sit in a theater, there's a curtain. Well, we don't use any curtains. The curtain goes up and something magical is going to happen. Well, the curtain doesn't go up and the magic happens the moment the people come into the theater.
Based here in South Florida, this performance troupe enjoys a cast of 26 performers from 12 different countries. They collectively speak 8 languages, but their talents are universal. Carly and Ivan, a husband and wife aerial team, met and fell in love here.
I was a gymnast when I was young, and then I studied also in dance. I have a BFA in contemporary dance. So those are 2 good things to merge when you're dancing around on the trapeze.
And I was born in circus family. My dad was a performer in USSR Moscow State Circus.
They give trust in marriage new meaning. In this scene, a young adventurer dreams about making friends in the jungle.
So I start off like kind of wondering, curious, why am I in this jungle? What's going on? This is interesting. But I don't want to leave, but I'm kind of afraid. But then I see these things happening, like the contorting lizards and the balancing giraffes, and I'm like, well, I can do this. Let me try this. And all the jump rope team comes out, and you start flipping and having a good time.
And in case you were wondering just how unique this show is, watch as this acrobat rehearses. In this scene, she's supported by nothing more than her hair. Of course, music plays a big role in all of the Cirque Dreams productions, and that's where Jared Burnett comes in. This native Floridian is a classically trained musician with a twist.
Normally I'm playing with symphonies and orchestras and things like that, so for me to be on stage with an international cast of acrobats and aerialists, it's such an amazing experience for me personally.
He's an electric violinist, and the instrument he wears was fabricated specifically for this show.
It's been a lot of fun to play. It's got the range of a violin, viola, and cello all in one, so it gives me the range to be able to play the high notes of a violin and even lower notes of a cello and even that lower bass register. So it's really a unique instrument, and the fact that it's hands-free with the chest support system that they invented, it's also allowed me to be able to do a trick in the show where we actually wrap a contortionist around my waist, and I walk around the entire stage with her wrapped around my waist while I'm playing.
Here we are entering the wardrobe department, the most fun and colorful and fascinating part of the magic of Cirque Dreams and what brings all the visual color to life on stage.
This is no ordinary wardrobe department, and these are no ordinary costumes.
This is actually the leg of a stilt-walking character in the jungle. Every single one of these, hand-sewn and hand-applied.
There are so many outrageous costumes in the show, but one favorite is that of the emu. Neil came up with the idea as he was literally rolling out of bed one morning. He caught a surprise glimpse of himself in the mirror, and this is what his imagination saw.
I need all the designers in this creative environment to have all these tools at their disposal so they can just come and pick and choose, as opposed to the traditional New York Broadway style of designing is that you create a design for a show, you sketch it, and then you go out and you start shopping to see where you can find the things that you need. Our process is we want everything to always be here. This box of rhinestones is just one of dozens of boxes that we have in different sizes and colors and shapes. An interesting tidbit about this is every single one of these rhinestones costs a little bit over $1. Most of them are Swarovski crystals. There's probably over 10,000 stones just in this box.
Many of the aerialists in the show simulate birds, and they make it look easy. But is it?
Our job is to make hard things and exciting things make it look easy. You know, the contorting girls that bend in half, they just bend in half.
Cirque Dreams is a company of firsts, and Neil uses his talents and creativity to bring out the best in his performers.
One of the things about Cirque Dreams is it's a constant evolution of reinvention. We always encourage the artists, and today there's over 140 of them as employees on staff. We always encourage our artists to reinvent themselves for the what's next, because there's always what's next.
What's next is that there are several new shows in the works, one of which is based on the music of Broadway legends George and Ira Gershwin. Neil has another new idea that's giving fans a chance to literally run away with the circus.
We will be going into cities throughout the United States, including Miami, where we will be performing anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks prior to the engagement and holding open citywide or statewide casting calls. We're going to train these individuals, whether it's going to be 1, 2, or 3, in their particular discipline, and we're going to create a feature role for them in Cirque Dreams Jungle Fantasy. And when the show plays in each respective city, the lucky winners of this contest will be featured on stage.
And while Carly and Ivan auditioned in a more traditional fashion, they appreciate the appeal for this type of life.
I got to run away with the circus and do what I always wanted to do, which is travel and see the world and do what I love best, which is trapeze. Putting the two together, it's great.
And meeting the love of your life
Yes.
while you're doing
Really
it.
worked out.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Cirque Dreams Jungle Fantasy is getting ready to hit the road in a national tour after a successful run on Broadway. Audiences everywhere are in for a treat.
The art of imagination, the visuality of an experience created on stage that the masses of demographics can come together and enjoy as one almost makes us like the United Nations of entertainment.
For more information about Cirque Dreams, visit cirqueproductions.com.